on Friday, February 26th. So the moon will be moving out of that fiery, bold, playful energy in Leo. It will be on its journey, void of course, from about 7:30 a.m. to about 1 p.m., again, Atlantic Standard Time. It will be entering into Virgo energy, and this is where things are going to start getting even more intense as we build towards the full moon in Virgo on Saturday. So we have 6 moon aspects taking place here today. Some of the most notable is a aspect with Pluto. So as we've been exploring, anytime Pluto is in play, we dive into the darkness in order to turn that pain into power, in order to illuminate that darkness into a source of light. There's a lot of transforming that goes on here, and this isn't a bad thing. We need to transform. We need to release certain elements from our lives. We need to create space for new intentions to actually be welcomed in. But the moon will also be squaring Mars, and this is probably going to bring up even more darkness. And it's likely going to be more in the form of anger and frustration. So we really want to watch out how it is that we're actually reacting. Of course, it is best advised to act as the observer, detaching from the situations going on in our realm to see where learning lessons are available to us. But a lot of us tend to still be in the egoic pattern of reacting. And if you catch yourself reacting to situations here today, you're likely going to create a bigger mess than what is needed. Why? Because we're insecure, because we're vulnerable, because there's an intensity putting a pressure on us to break down so that we can break through. And the moon is also going to be opposing Venus. So Venus just newly in this Piscean energy, and of course, very, very rooted in relationships, in joy, in pleasure. And because we are in not such a bright time here as we approach the full moon, we are likely going to have a lot of triggers be activated for us from the people that we share our lives with. So we are going to be highly emotional. We are likely going to be sitting in the darker emotions. We have a high probability of reacting out of frustration and anger, and it is likely going to be rooted in our relationships. So we want to be very careful as we navigate these particular energies. Outside of all the moon aspects, we have the sun making an aspect with Saturn. So this is where negative Nancy kind of takes over our narratives, where we get a little bit sad, where we get a little bit depressed. Why? Because Saturn is heavy. This is roles, this is restrictions, this is responsibilities, this is karmic energy weighting down on our shoulders. This is likely going to add to the darker emotions, to the frustrations that we're already likely to be experiencing under the other aspects taking place in the day. And overall, because the sun is in Pisces, we're likely to kind of walk into the victim mentality. We are unmotivated. Again, like I've been saying, Pisces season is not a season to get things done. We are more connected to dreaming about getting things done, but not actually being productive. And so the unmotivated energy, the negative Nancy narrative, the darker emotions peeking through, the anger and frustration hitting a high point in the full moon window is likely going to make for a very, very messy day.